Hey everyone, welcome back to my build series. So the last couple nights I've been sleeping like this, and I had to take the day off yesterday because my phone wouldn't charge anymore and the battery had been dying, and it's like 2 years old anyway. So I got a new one. I got this Galaxy S6, which is a badass phone. But anyway, they gave me this free 32-inch LED TV. Can you believe that? It uses like hardly any power to run. I'm gonna get a mount for the back to swivel it around and mount it up to this thing. It's great. I just hook it straight up to my laptop, and I've got a huge screen. So I'm just cooking some breakfast here. Got some oatmeal and with some flax seeds in it. I'm gonna put in some chia seeds and coconut oil and a couple other little goodies. Get the day going right. But today I'm finally getting to the frame of this thing, so I will definitely be doing that. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a sucker for symmetry. So what I've done is I've measured exactly where this board needs to be on here in reference to where the bottom one's going to be and how far down it needs to touch down there. You can kind of see the markings. It's just right where it needs to be. Oh, it is a little crooked. There, now it's fixed. And I've taken this square, I've made sure that it's square this way, and it's hard to do this with one hand, but I've made sure that it's square this way too. So this board is perfectly square. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another one, which is this one, and do the same thing on the other side. And to get this thing in place perfectly, I just used this rubber mallet and just lightly tapped until I got it just right. It only took a few minutes, but I got it there, and it's wedged in there pretty good. And then I'm going to take I think a 2x4, because I think this 4x1 is going to be, for this angle, just not enough. So I think I might do a 2x2 up there to screw up against the ceiling. And I'm going to have to feel around for where the screws are, because I forgot to mark where they are. But luckily I can feel where the screws are up here, so I'll know where the rafters are so I don't drill through the roof. Right, so the main frame is in. As you can see, I left room over here. I'm going to stick a flat piece of plywood in here, and now I'll have storage all up in here. All up in here. And on this side, I also put it back a little bit instead of being all the way out. So they'll have storage here, and I can mount the TV. I don't know where I'm going to mount this TV yet. I want to mount it to metal. I don't want to mount it to wood. So I think I might just mount it straight to this. And then my solar controller, well, it's stuck down there, but that's just going to go right on here. There's going to be a piece of wood so that I have very easy access to it just right here. I can get to it and turn everything on or off just right here. And yeah, so the fuse panel is going to be inside. It doesn't need to be out and exposed. It's okay to be hidden. So yeah, I'm going to get started on the pieces of wood that go here and on the other side. And then I'm going to have to cut some wood for the inside of here for the shelves. It's going to be a really shallow little drawer system, but that's okay because it's just for clothes. So yeah, the last couple minutes trying to figure out how I'm going to measure this angle, because it's kind of it's like a changing angle too. It's not even a steady one. So instead, what I'm going to do to get the piece of plywood to fit this side and the other side is I'm going to cut out cardboard models and then trace that on the Luan and then do it that way. I think it'll be much easier. Okay, so I've got this this piece cut out, and I've gone ahead and traced it. And because this edge needs to be perfectly straight because it's going to be visible and I don't want it to be all janky and nasty looking, I'm going to use the table saw for this cut, and then the rest of it, because it's so curved, is going to be the jigsaw, because it's easier to maneuver it. I can get around the corners and everything. So I'm going to do that real quick and then stick it up and see how it fits. All right, so this piece is cut and sanded, and it fits great. It looks good. And I'm just going to make sure that everything's nice and square. I've gone ahead and put some glue behind it. And now, come on, there we go. Ow! Shit. I didn't realize it was coming out the back. When you're nailing through wood like this, be careful. All right, so both sides are on, and I put down this bottom panel. Just remember, the mattress is going to go up against it. Well, if I decide to keep this van, or if the van lasts long enough to put a full-size mattress in here. And I made this part high enough so that even if I have blankets on the bed, I can still open these cabinets really easily. So the next step is to fix the solar controller and the fuse box, the fuse panel inside, and the solar controller outside so that it's easy access. And I'm gonna fix the little, where is this guy? This little box for the lights up here so it's out of the way. And then I'm gonna figure out how to do the shelves in here and how high I want them up and everything else. So I guess I'll see you guys in that part right now. Okay, so I just kind of eyeballed this thing as far as how straight it is. It might not be perfect. What I did is I drilled some holes down here for the wires to go through so that they just fit through like that. It looks really clean and really nice. If I was a little smarter, I would have drilled the holes just a little bit lower so that these wires didn't have to bend as much. But basically, yeah, so now I'm gonna use, I'm a little wrapped up on the mic here, these guys, and clean up the cables and get them out of the way. And it looks like I'm gonna have to extend the line for the lights, which is fine. I just use, what is this, 14, 16 gauge? I think it's, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But it's stranded wire. Always use stranded wire with automotive. It's really important because it's a lot stronger than the solid core wire that you use in houses, and you need that because of all the vibration and movement. But basically the fuse panel here is going to go right back in here somewhere. Probably right here so I can cover up this screw hole or screw that had to go through. But yeah, this thing's really coming together. So I'm gonna get this thing taken care of, clean up these wires, get them out of the way, figure out how to feed those wires all the way here. I might tuck them in behind here a little bit. And yeah, then I'm gonna get started on figuring out how to do the drawers. So I'll see you guys in a second. So what I'm gonna do is get that swinging bracket so that I can use the TV as the door for this or the doors for this cabinet. Man, this thing is so light. And basically what I've done is I've put up supports for the shelf, for this shelf. I'm gonna put another one up here about midway so that I have plenty of storage for clothes. Top will be a little more shallow than the bottom one. And I'm gonna put up a board that, or something that blocks that, because I'm gonna have clothes in there just in case there's a spark for something. There's not gonna be, but just in case. I don't want anything catching fire, obviously. So it's getting dark out now, so I'm just gonna build 2 more supports and then do the actual shelves tomorrow, and then start looking online for a bracket for the TV here. But it's really coming along now, and this space, until I get a full-size bed, this is gonna be a great space just to set stuff and keep stuff during the day. And until I get that bracket, I'll just keep the TV on the bed. And I've also got to finish the box over there, so I'll do that tomorrow as well. So yeah, this thing's really starting to wrap up. I'm not gonna do doors on any of the storage things. I'm just gonna get plastic bins, and they'll set in here, and they won't be able to scoot around too much because of these. Putting doors on just adds weight, and there's really no need for it. Plus, I think I'm a little low on wood, so this is the way it's pretty much the way it's gonna be, minus the box up there and the TV fixed on here. So yeah, woohoo! See you tomorrow.